Hey guys, I'm Muhammad Fraz, the Knowledge Man. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thanks for the support. I'm totally loving it. So far, we've discussed quadratic equations. We know about the standard form of quadratic equations, we know about pure quadratic equations, and we know about hidden quadratic equations. And of course, we know how to solve quadratic equations. Now, using our knowledge of quadratic equations, we're going to solve other equations which aren't really quadratic, but they can be reduced to quadratic form. We discuss these type of equations by splitting them into cases. Let's get right into the first case. Let's go!
Case 1. Okay, so the first case is that we have a quadratic equation in the form, not quadratic, quartic equation in the form ax to the fourth power plus bx squared plus c is equal to 0. Now listen carefully here, this is very important. We must have a term with the x to the fourth power, not even x, we must have a variable with x to the fourth power and another variable squared, the same variable though. It doesn't really matter if we have this constant or not, that doesn't really matter, we can still convert it. So now what are we going to do? And by the way, if we have an equation in the form ax to the fourth power plus bx cubed plus cx squared plus d is equal to 0, this method that we're about to learn won't work. So not for here. Oops. Not over here, it's not going to work. Of course there's a way to solve this equation, but that is out of our range for now. We haven't learned that method yet. But back into our topic. Ax to the fourth power plus bx squared plus c is equal to 0. So here we can replace the x squared right here. We can replace it with y, or another variable you could say. So say x squared is equal to y. If x squared was y, then x to the fourth power would be y squared, right? And now, using this, let's replace the variables in this equation. We'll get ay squared plus by plus c is equal to 0. Does this look anything familiar? I mean, at least it does to me. This is a quadratic equation in standard form. So, let's take an example so we can understand this better. Say we have an equation x to the fourth power minus 5x squared plus 6 is equal to 0. Now here, let's say x squared is equal to y. Of course, then x to the fourth power would be y squared. Let's replace the values in our equation. Get y squared minus 5y plus 6 is equal to 0. Now, we can use any method we like. We can use complete square, we can use factorization, we can use quadratic formula. So let's use factorization. Here, AC is equal to 1 multiplied by 6, which is 6, factors of 6 are 1 into 6 and 2 into 3. We know here that there's a positive number as a product, but a negative one as b. b is negative. So that means that both of the factors must be negative. Oh, by the way, there was 3 here. So let's sum them up. Here we'll get negative 7y, because minus 1 minus 6 is negative 7. Or actually not y, let's just write negative 7. And here we'd get negative 5. So negative 5 here works. Though both of these factors, they have a a product of positive 6, the sum of 1 is only 5. Only the sum of 1 is 5, I should actually say. So the first one isn't going to be used, while the second one is. Okay, so let's put those values here. So it's going to be y squared minus 2y minus 3y plus 6 is equal to 0. So here we can take y common. So y into y minus 2 minus 3 into y minus 2 is equal to 0. Now we can take y minus 2 and y minus 2 common. Sorry for the terribly huge circles. So y minus 2 into y minus 3 is equal to 0. So now, for this equality to stand, one of these, either y minus 2 or y minus 3, must be 0. So, say y minus 2 is 0, then it would multiply into y minus 3, and whenever anything multiplies with 0, it's 0. So that way we'd get 0 equals 0, and the equality would stand. The same goes for if y minus 3 was equal to 0. But we don't know which one of them is equal to 0. For this reason, we're going to let both of them equal 0. So either y minus 2 is equal to 0, or y minus 3 is equal to 0. So y is equal to 2, and y is equal to 3 this way. So we get y is equal to 2 and 3. But wait, there's more. We just found the values of y. We were supposed to find the values of x. And since we said x squared is equal to y, that way x squared is equal to 2 and 3. So if x squared is equal to 2, we know how to find the value of x from here. We're going to take under root on both sides, plus and minus. We're going to get x is equal to positive and negative under root of 2. In case you don't know why we put this positive and negative sign, this is because if there was 4 in here, that way, say it was under root 4, plus minus we'd put. This is because the number, it could be if we square positive 2, we get 4. And if we square negative 2, we get 4. Positive, both ways. For this reason, we put a positive and a negative sign because it's not guaranteed if it's going to be a negative, or, if it was negative, a positive number. So x squared is equal to, the second value of y was 3. So 3. And now square root on both sides. Plus minus. So x is equal to plus minus under root of 3. This way, x is equal to plus minus under root of 2 and plus minus under root of 3. And for anyone who might be thinking that I thought quadratic equations would have 4 values. Well, they do, and here we did get 4 values. We got x is equal to positive under root of 2, negative under root of 2, positive under root of 3, and negative under root of 3. So this plus and minus sign don't indicate that it's either positive or negative. They actually indicate that it is positive and negative. Okay. So let's see another example. Say 2x squared is equal to 9x. Oh, sorry, what did I just do? Let's do like 2x to the fourth power is equal to 9x squared minus 4. Sending 9x squared minus 4 to the left hand side, we get 2x to the fourth power minus 9x squared plus 4 is equal to 0. Now we're going to say that x squared is equal to y, and so y squared is, or actually I should write x to the fourth power is equal to y squared. So this way, replacing the variables, we get 2y squared minus 9y plus 4 is equal to 0. Let's solve this one by the quadratic formula. First of all, we need the value of a, b, and c. So a is equal to 2, b is equal to negative 9, and c is equal to 4. And the formula is y is equal to negative b plus minus under root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. And yes, there is supposed to be an x here, but in our question, the variable is y, so, in our problem. And anyway, it's not that it's supposed to be x, it's supposed to be whichever variable is there in our problem. So y is equal to negative into negative 9 plus minus under root of 9 squared, negative 9 squared, minus 4 into 2 into 4 divided by 2 into 2. So y is equal to 9 plus minus under root of 81 minus 32 divided by 4. So y is equal to 9 plus minus under root of 49 divided by 4. And y is equal to 9 plus minus 7 divided by 4, because the under root of 49 is 7. So y is equal to 9 plus 7 divided by 4, which is going to give us 16 over 4, and 4, since 116 cut out. So y is equal to, one value is 4, and that's when it's 9 plus 7, and if it's 9 minus 7 divided by 4, it'll be 2 over 4, sorry, 4, it'll be 1 over 2, so 1 over 2. Y is equal to 4 and 1 over 2. Okay, so let's do one last example that will solve the complete square method. Let's take, wait a minute. Let's not let this go out of hand yet. Since x squared is equal to y, x is equal to under root of y, plus and minus here. So x is equal to, the first value is 4. So x is equal to plus minus under 4 right here. And so x is equal to plus minus 2. And here x is equal to plus minus root of, the second value is 1 over 2. So 1 over 2. This can't be simplified, so yeah. X is equal to plus minus 2 and plus minus under 1 over 2. Solution set. Solution set.
Okay guys, that's it for today's video. Hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below in the comment section. And if you have any tips that can help improve my videos, also please comment that in the comment section.